We are live. Welcome to a Raptors versus 76ers Game 1 watch party here on the Basketball Zone YouTube channel. I'm your host, Leo Biaz. Right now, we're finishing up the Grizzlies versus the Timberwolves. Hell of a game. The refs are checking if whether or not it was a clear path foul. D'Angelo Russell on John Morant. John Morant is just so electrifying. Anthony Edwards is also very electrifying. He's been amazing. He has a chance to catch Luka Doncic, I believe, with most points scored in a playoff debut. It's been a hell of a game. It's been fun, man. There is 3:16 remaining in this game. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be a hell of a finish, man. 114-109 right now. We'll have Rob on from Pensanari Basketball as well. I don't know if it will be after each quarter, at the half, but the Raptors versus the 76ers, broadcasting that entire game. And we'll have some post-game reaction as well. Okay, let's go back to the ESPN stream. Okay, here we go. This is more of an updated stream here. I got two streams going on. We'll see if it goes into the full game of the Raptors. They might have to start the Raptors on ESPN 2 if I'm not mistaken. But if you guys don't know me, we've been covering the Raptors pretty much for the entire season. And I'm really excited to watch Scottie Barnes, Rookie of the Year in my opinion, go up against Joel Embiid and James Harden. I've seen a lot of the Raptors fan groups, group threads, however you want to call it. I've seen it, and I think a lot of people are underestimating James Harden's ability, which is pretty scary because James Harden's really, really good, like elite, like a top 10 player. And I believe they're just sleeping on it. We got Patrick Beverley with a big-time 3, 117-109 with 2:36 remaining in the fourth quarter. I think the Grizzlies are shocked. They really are. They're like, what the hell? This T-Wolves team is just as gritty. I'm not going to say as gritty, but they're pretty gritty themselves. So that's giving the Grizzlies some type of issues. But, you know, you live and die with Patrick Beverley shooting that shot. That's what the scouting report says. Make him kill you. If he does, you tip your hat off to him, right? You can't take everything away from these NBA teams, especially in the playoffs. That is the one guy you want to shoot. He does a lot of good things, right? Off the ball, sets a lot of down screens. You know, he's pretty good in weak side action. He's a pest defensively. I say that with like a grain of salt because he gets beat a lot off the dribble. He fouls a ton and he gets away with it because he's a little bit, you know, tinier, shorter. But he's not, to me, he's not in the level of a Marcus Smart, Davion Mitchell, Drew Holiday. Like those guys on ball are just amazing, right? And then he gets called for the lane violation right now, I believe. So 117-109 with 2:25 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Waiting for the jump for Raptors versus Sixers again. It's going to be very interesting to see what the game plan is for Nick Nurse, right? Do you dare everybody else to beat you? Like, are you bringing the hard doubles to Joel Embiid? I think he's expecting that. That's what he's anticipating, and that's what we should look forward to. Can Tobias Harris, Maxey, can those other guys, can the others beat you? I think that's what Nick Nurse will probably do. You probably won't see much of a one-on-one of Joel Embiid because Joel Embiid is going to toast anybody he get. But the X factor, you know, James Harden, like they gave up so much to get James. What's he going to do with the lights on him? Uh-oh. I think Karl Anthony Towns just hurt his ankle. Oh, jeez Louise, he just turned his ankle. Oh, ooh, I get PTSD, man, because in June 2019, I had a level 3 high ankle sprain, tore a couple ligaments in there, and you know it was hard for me to get back on the court. I'm back on the court now, but It's scary, man. And when any of these guys turn their ankles like that, I get it. Like they're well taped, but damn, that's a dagger right there. 120 to 111. Big time three by McDaniels. He is getting a lot of love from his teammates. What a shot. Great kick out from Ant. And then a great extra pass. McDaniels in the corner. They got Kevin Love, Wally Zerbiak, and Kevin Garnett ESPN static graphic. That's pretty cool, man, because I do remember those days where Wally Zerbiak was playing super well. They had Mad Dog, Mad Dog Matson, right? Mark Matson from the Lakers. And I don't know if he played with the T-Wolves one year, but, that Lakers T-Wolves series and then the Kings and the T-Wolves, man, those are the days. Those were the days, huh? Those are fun. But, yeah, this game should be a really good one. Again, 120 to 111. Right now on the in-play line, we got the T-Wolves at minus 20,000. So they're going to win the game, right? And if you bet $100 on the Grizzlies to win this game, you would win $1,800. So, you can throw $10 in there, get yourself $180, but I say it's a waste of a $10 there, man. Shout out to the T-Wolves. They came in here underestimated. You had all this John Morant talk going into this game saying, we're not a bunch of sissies and blah, blah, blah. And the T-Wolves hit him right in the mouth. Literally from the jump of the game. I think they took like an 11-2 run or a 9-2 run, something like that. And, yeah, John Morant will 4-3, brick. That's the game plan. They're going to live and die with him shooting that shot. If they keep him away from the paint, they're going to be just fine. But oh, and the game already started on ESPN2. Let's see. Let's go ESPN2. Where the hell's ESPN2 at, though? Right? Here we go. I think the game already started, man. Come on. Can we get a different server? Wow. Hey, I think the game already started. Let's see. Yep, it did. So it's 3-2. ESPN playing these games, man. Here we go. Update that for you. Here we go. 5-4. Raptors are up. That's a nice little start there, huh? Let's see. Let me try to get this ESPN2. How do we get to ESPN2, though? ESPN2. Can we just put the game on already, ESPN? Stop playing, man. Here, ESPN2. Here we go. Got it on. And James Harden just hit a 3, 7-5. Sixers are up with 9:22 remaining. In the post, you got OG. He gets ripped. Tyrese Maxey in transition blows by the entire Raptors squad. Nick Nurse is not happy with that. Tyrese Maxey, man. Sixers fans at the Wells Fargo Center are hyped at the moment. Here we go. Scottie Barnes initiating the offense. He gets a double stagger screen on top. He throws it back out to OG, and they kick it out to Siakam. Siakam with Joel Embiid on him. It's a one-on-one matchup. This is a great matchup for him. Taking one-on-one. That's a tough shot. That's great defense by a great defender. And here you have James Harden attacking the paint. Yeah, like you can't have James Harden as slow as he is, vertically speaking. Like that's unacceptable. You have to stop the ball at midcourt. He got all the way to the cup, and now you got an easy putback by Joel Embiid. You got Scottie Barnes taking advantage of Tyrese Maxey with the dunk. What a dunk. That's how you start your playoff career there. Amazing stuff, man. Scottie Barnes, Oh man, if that's the matchup, Tyrese Maxey on Scottie. Oh my goodness. Great pass by Scottie Barnes and Gary Trent Jr. with a brick there. Tyrese Maxey in transition 4-3. Bang, 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 bang. 14-7. Sixers are up. That is not a good start for the Raptors in the hostile environment. You need some leadership right now. Where will it come from? Will it come from Freddie VanVleet, the All-Star? Oh, he pump fakes for the three. He kicks it back out to OG, and he delivers. 10-14, big time shot by OG, just to calm a little bit of those nerves, man. But here we go. Scottie Barnes on James Harden. They switch it off right away. OG is now on James Harden, man. The Raptors have a bunch of really good defenders, man. A lot of ball watching there. Siakam needs to get back there. I mean, that's kind of what you want to do, right? You're afraid of the drive there. Great recognition by James Harden. He hits the corner, and you get not a wide open. You know, it was a good closeout by Siakam, but Tobias Harris in the corner, 4-3, 17-10, timeout. Nick Nurse has had enough. I like it. It's playoff basketball, man. It's going to be intense. We like it, man. It's going to be an intense game. It's going to be an intense game. 17-10. We've seen the matchups already, so they're going to switch to James Harden. That's a very apparent, right? And then they're going to live with everybody else beating them. The Raptors are going to close out hard like they did right now, but they're trying to take away both Joel and James and just let Tobias, Maxey, and the others, Mr. Green beat you. Right now, Maxey and Tobias Harris are hitting shots. That's why they're up 17-10. That's simple, right? So that's that. What is the ending of the other game? So it's still 124-113. The T-Wolves are up by 11. They're covering the spread, man. They're covering the spread. They are covering that spread for sure. So what are you guys expecting in this series? Do you think the Sixers will win it? Do you think the Raptors will win it? There's a lot of excitement from Raptor fans thinking they'll win in 6. I think it's going the distance, to be honest with you guys. It's going to be a fun game, though. It's going to be a fun game right now. I kind of expected this from the Sixers, right? You have to expect that. Let me see. So fans are heading to the exits right now. Playoff basketball. Let me see. Points and rebounds. Well, Scottie Barnes, and with all right, it's hella hot in here, huh? It's getting musty in here. It's 39 thou. Okay. Here we go. Alrighty. We got the Wolves are hungrier, only Morant hungry. I don't know about that. Shout out to the T-Wolves, man. I mean, they played really well. They played really well. All their guys are just they're frisky, man. And you got Freddie VanVleet talking to the refs and Joel Embiid talking, trying to troll him right here. We got Hubie Brown and Dave Pash on the call tonight at the Wells Fargo Center. You got these weird-looking Sixer fans here in the background trying to act all weird. But, the Red Sox are up 4-0. Here we go. Freddie VanVleet on top. Maxey's on him. You're getting some weak side action, some curl action there to get Gary Trent Jr. open. He shoots a shot. He got fouled, but no call there. Then someone's on the ground right now. I think Joel Embiid smacked someone in the face. They're playing 4-on-5 in transition, and Danny Green 4-3. Wow. Great tip back by Joel Embiid. And the Raptors got lucky there. But here we go. Scottie Barnes in transition to Pascal Siakam. Man, Scottie Barnes just knows how to play basketball. Birch got hit in the mouth. That's who it was. It was Birch who got hit in the mouth by Joel Embiid. He's pretty upset about it for sure. But Scottie Barnes knows how to play basketball, period. Here we go. Hard double team here. Hard double team. Good job, Raptors. Again, great job rotating. Great job in rotating. But the Sixers and Joel Embiid, he's a monster down low. They called a loose ball foul on him, and they called a loose ball foul on Pascal Siakam, saying that he pushed off. Oh no, that's a replay. Damn, like Birch got hit right in the mouth too. Well, flopped a little bit maybe. Maybe he flopped a little bit. Not sure. But the Sixers retained possession, and like I said, like they're bringing the hard double on Joel Embiid, which is the right thing to do. And he's being patient right now, and he has the ball on top of the key, and he gets a great cut by Tobias Harris for the dunk. That's great basketball. That's great basketball right there. What are the Raptors going to do? Here we go. Precious Achiuwa with the dribble handoff to Freddie VanVleet. Freddie VanVleet attacks the paint to no avail. Now he gets double team in the corner. And we got Precious here. And we got Gary Trent Jr. gets fouled. Nice patience by him. Here we go. He jump stops into the paint. I like the ball movement. I like the patience from the Raptors. They're not getting rattled. It's 19-12 with the chance to cut the lead to 5 right now. If they can hit these 2 free throws, 5:28 remaining in the first quarter. Gary Trent Jr. Here we go. He's going to the free throw line, and the first one is in 1913. Here we go. It's been a fun game. Freddie VanVleet's talking to the ref saying, man, I got fouled, yada, 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 wada. But, I don't think he got fouled at all. That's just me, though. Here my dogs are barking in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but. And he cuts the lead to 5. Free throw number 2 is good. 19-14. Here we go. 5:25 remaining. James Harden initiating the offense. Gary Trent Jr. on top, guarding him. We get the switch here. Joel Embiid versus Siakam on top of the key, 1-on-1. Oh, here comes the double. This a sneaky double, but they call the foul. Great delayed double team there. I love it. And give credit to Joel Embiid. Like, he drew that foul. He's arguably the best at drawing fouls. He flopped a little bit with his body, and for whatever reason, the refs are going to, again, it's home cooking. He's going to get calls today that he probably won't get in Toronto. But I like that delayed double team because we saw it was 1-on-1. Then we saw that double come in a little bit late, and Joel Embiid misses the free throw. Ball don't lie there. Here we go, though. Here we go. Joel Embiid hits the second free throw, 20-14 with 5:10 remaining in the first quarter. Pascal Siakam bringing the ball up the court, initiating the offense. Here we go. We get a nice little down screen there with VanVleet and Gary Trent Jr. Gary Trent attacks the paint with a nice little floater, and he gets fouled. He had what's his name? Matisse Thybulle on his hip. And again, he did a great job in leaning his body into his. I don't think it was a foul because if he gonna call that, the Sixers have a lot of guys that can actually call that, right? That can draw a foul like that. But I think the refs, that was a makeup call from earlier, and that's why Gary Trent Jr. got that. So, it's good that he's being aggressive right now and he's attacking the paint, which you have to do against the Philadelphia 76ers. They got a monster in the middle. You got to do everything you can to get into the paint, man, and try and get those easy buckets from the free throw line. That's a lane violation, bro. That's literally a lane violation by James Harden, and the refs didn't call it. That is bull crap. But here we go. Those Sixers are leading 20-15. Tyrese Maxey with the nice snatchback crossover, pick and roll between James Harden and Joel Embiid, wide open. Yeah, man, wide open. Yang, yang. You don't want to leave him open. He's a knockdown shooter for sure. Jordan Yang. Ooh, 3-point shot right back at you. Right back at you. Is that Boucher? Yep. Boucher, though. Here we go. Right back at you, he said. Here we got Precious Achiuwa against James Harden. And we got Boucher trying to guard Joel Embiid. Great delayed double team again. Great game plan by Nick Nurse. I love it. They brought Siakam this time on the delayed double team. And it was nice because Joel Embiid got to do a better job of recognizing that it's coming. Though I think he'll adjust to it. But right now it's been fun to watch. Like Nick Nurse is a genius of a coach. I love it because like that double team can literally come out of nowhere. But the others, right? The Maxis, the Tobiases, the Greens, they're hitting shots right now, right? The Georges and that's another 3-point shot. That's 2 of 3 from beyond the arc for Tyrese Maxey. 18-26. Great cut by Precious Achiuwa there. And a great attack by, is that Pascal? Who was that? Was that Boucher attacking? I don't know if that was Boucher or not. Was that Boucher attacking? That might have been Boucher, huh? Here we go, huh? Yeah. Here we go. That's better. Freddie VanVleet for 3 comes up short. Rebound. Matisse Thybulle. Shake Milton with the basketball, initiating the offense. Gets a high pick and roll by Joel Embiid. Joel wants the ball. And Joel Embiid is going to see everybody from OG to Siakam to Boucher to literally the entire team tonight. It's definitely going to be a group effort there. Great defense by the Raptors once again. That's the game plan, though. Like, hey, I just saw Dave Yeager there, man. Shout out to my guy, man. Like, I love Dave. You know, Dave and I had a good relationship here in Sacramento, and I'm glad he's back on the bench, man. I know he had cancer. I forget in what part of his body, but you know, it's nice to see him out there once again. 18-26. We like it, man. It's been a good game so far. This was expected. This was expected from the Sixers to come out firing on all cylinders, right? They're a great first quarter team. We all know that. Like, they're a great first quarter team. And, you know, it is what it is, man. So right now the spread is at plus 8.5 Raptors. What are we gonna get? Are we gonna get the Raptors? I think so. Well, are we gonna get the Raptors? The Raptors plus 7.5 at the half and the plus 8.5 for the game right now on the live. Well, let's take the Raptors plus 7.5 there, right? So far. And the final score, 130-117. T-Wolves punched them in the mouth. Earlier, we had the Jazz beating the Mavericks with no Luka Doncic. That was a big-time win for a team that's really trying to get their swagger back, because the Jazz literally have blown so many leads this year that it's been ridiculous. And they literally almost blew this game. But luckily, Donovan Mitchell had some big-time plays. Bojan Bogdanovic had some big-time plays. You had Rudy Gobert impact the game defensively like no other player does. He's just a monster in the paint. They play a lot of drop coverage, but it's that's just what they do because their perimeter defense isn't the best. So those are things that you got to live with. So the Jazz come up big, cover the spread. It was -5.5 for the game. If you guys, mess with my boy Browning bets, he said buy the +2. So if you had the plus, the -3.5, they covered the main spread and they covered the alternate spread as well. So shout out to the Jazz. Then we had the Grizzlies, who did not cover the spread, right? -6.5. They got beat by 13. So shout out to the T-Wolves. They played well. You gotta give them credit. And here we got a stuffed crust pizza. By who though? Ooh, that looks good, man. That stuffed crust, bro. That stuffed crust pizza is just the epic stuffed crust. One topping, $13 from Pizza Hut or from who? Oh, Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza, better life. Papa John's. Okay, here we go. So yeah, 131, 117. Let's see. Box score. Siakam with 4 points. Scottie Barnes with 2. VanVleet with 3. Gary with 3. OG with 3. Boucher with 3. I think everybody gonna get a crack at this guy, man. Like, you gotta throw the entire sink at these dudes. Scottie Barnes with the and one. That's my guy. Get it in there, boy. I want the world to know how good, how great Scottie Barnes truly is. Like, this kid understands how to play basketball. He is a winning basketball player. He does winning things that not every player does. Like, he just understands how to play the game of basketball. And he hits the free throw. 26-21, down 5. 2:35 remaining in the first quarter. Nice little press up top. Tyrese Maxey initiating the offense, and now he gets a little down screen action. Joel Embiid. Oh, that's tough, bro. Oh, that's the thing. Like, you can't allow Joel Embiid to get the ball that deep because once he gets the ball that deep, we know what the result's going to be. He's either going to get a foul called, right, like he did here. I don't know if he got fouled by Boucher, but he's if he's not the MVP, co-MVP, or at least second place to Nikola Jokic, he's going to get every call, especially game one. At home, it's home cooking. Like, we all know he's going to get calls. That's just the way it is, man. Like, he's going to get these calls. So, Joel Embiid right now, he is leading. He's not, actually. He only has 4 points, 6 rebounds, though. 4 points, 6 rebounds. 28-21. The Raps are down by 7. Here we go. We got Pascal Siakam denying the screen by. Oh, he's going one-on-one against George and Yang. You say, boy, you can't guard me, but his handle is a little bit off right now, but he still hits the shot. He was a little bit loose with the basketball right now, but 6 points, 3 of 4. George isn't the defender that. Oh my God, Boucher, man. Boucher is so reckless, bro. Why are you so reckless, Boucher? My God, just put your hands up, brother. Yeah, that's a foul. You in the landing space of a shooter. Whether or not that's a bullshit call, it doesn't matter. Like, you have to be less reckless, man. You have to be responsible defensively. You can't do that on the road in a game one where, refs are going to want to take off the pressure from these guys. And here comes James Harden. He a little bit heavy. It's all good, though. He's still a beast. Damn, man. You out here trying to screw up the damn spread. Like, what are you doing, bro? Now you about to be down by 8. You know, Shake Milton ain't gonna miss his free throw. Hopefully I jinx him. I did not jinx him. Man, Precious Achua, Scottie Barnes running the point. Come on, boy. Give me a high pick and roll. Give him a little nice hammer screen action here. Okay. Pascal Siakam against George. Embiid trying to attack. Oh, that's a good move, and he just missed it. Precious Achua 4-3. What are you doing? Great pump fake there by OG. God diggity, bro. He's so good, Joel Embiid. He's literally nothing that man can't do. Down by 10 now. You cannot allow him to just Euro step himself into the paint. Scottie Barnes keeping the Raptors alive. Hit him with that midi, boy, and then clap on them. Hit him with that midi, boy, and clap on them. Scottie Barnes with the big-time shot. Down by 8, and he plays defense. Stop playing with my boy. Joel Embiid. Like, once you get past that first defender and then everybody's in scramble mode, it's going to be hard to stop, right? 36 seconds left. Can we get a three-point shot here by Scottie Barnes? Can we get an and one? Oh, what a pass. That's what I'm talking about. What a pass. Great cut there. Scottie Barnes, the point guard of the Raptors. Stop playing with him because that's what he does. He gets you quality shots. He gets you buckets. He plays great defense. You got to love it. Like, you got to love it, right? Here we go. 8 seconds left. 8 seconds left. Bro, more sense of urgency. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What a terrible possession, by the way. I just got screwed by half a point. I literally just got F'd by half a point because these dudes have no sense of urgency. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. Wow. Scottie Barnes, though, man, on a positive damn note, Scottie Barnes is the truth. I keep trying to tell you guys that, man. This boy is about to get a bunch of publicity on the biggest stage in basketball, the NBA playoffs. Obviously, the biggest stage is the NBA Finals, but the second biggest stage, the NBA playoffs. And Scottie Barnes, man, and back-to-back possessions, he hits you with the midi. He's playing good defense. Then he just no-looks you. You know, he hits, I don't know if that was Achua or Boucher, whoever it was. Great cut there as well. Great recognition. He's going to move you with his eyes, right? After the first, though, 35-27. They should have had a better possession there. I thought OG was lazy bringing the ball up the court. Again, no sense of urgency. You literally have about 5-6 seconds, man. Like, you got to push the ball, attack the paint, and you settle for a contested bad shot. Like, that's not Siakam's fault because they gave him the ball with like 2 seconds left. Like, what do you expect him to do, right? Like, you have to be aware of these little things, man. Like, if you can get a bucket and cut the lead to 6 to 5 to 7, you got to do it. Every point is going to matter in this series. You got to play like it, though, man. You got to play like it, though. The Sixers, you know, the others so far, Harris, 7 points, right? 3 of 6. Maxey, 10 points, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc, 4 of 6 from the field. George, 5 points, 1 3, 2 of 2. Milton, that's on Boucher for fouling him, but 3 points from the free throw line. Like, that's 8 points off the bench. 8 plus 10, 18, right? 18 plus 10, 28, 25. So they got 25 points from the others. 25 points from the others. They got 35 points. That's the game plan, though. How sustainable is that? Keeping Joel Embiid to 7 points a quarter, is that winning basketball? I think it is. 7 times 4 is, what is that, 21? No, 28, sorry. I'm dumb. I don't know why I said that. 28? So that's actually not that good, actually. We keep him 7 points a quarter. You don't want him scoring 28 points a game. magic number in about six, 6 points per quarter, and that'd get you 24, and that's kind of where you want to be at, right? He's gonna get you about 15 rebounds. But the others, man, the others are playing well right now. They got 25 to 35 points. So shout out to them. Let me text Rob and ask him, is he coming on? You coming on? You coming on? Yeah, man. I know he's watching the game. He, I know he's watching the game, but that one hurt though because it's like the Raptors. Okay, Freddie VanVleet. I think OG heard me there. Was was that OG? Was that OG? I don't know who that was. I can't tell. Was that OG though? I think that was, bro. Yep. That was OG with the three. 35 to 30. That's what I needed him to do. Great defense there by Scottie Barnes. Pressures Achua, attacks the paint. OG attacks the paint with the dunk. That's what I love to see. 35-32. The Raptors are on a 5-0 run. And OG 5-0 run, taking matters into his own hands. Okay, OG, I see you, boy. They can't guard you, OG. James Harden. Oh, he's strong, boy. No, it's not a foul. Stop crying. Stop crying. That's not a foul. Great defense there. Great defense there by the Raptors. Stop crying, you crybaby. For real, man. It's so annoying. Like, no, it's not a foul. What are you crying for, bro? I'm like, why am I watching this on like no dim? Like what am I doing? Here we go. This looks a lot better now. We got the full light on and everything. Okay. Is that Paul Reed? That's a good move. He's a little bit reckless, but he got to the rim. He missed it. Pressures Achua 4-3 in transition. I know he's been making that shot, but I don't want him taking that shot no more. Like, I can't have him taking that shot. And Tobias Harris is smooth with it, right? Tobias Harris is smooth with it. Like, turnaround jump shot, easy peasy. 9 points, 4 of 8. Freddie VanVleet trying to get the dribble the ball, but a little push off there. No call. Thaddeus Young, 4-3. Break. Here we go. James Harden pushing the ball in transition. He got Tobias Harris there, and he takes it into his own hands. James Harden with the easy bucket in transition, 39-32, the lead back up to 7 points. Freddie VanVleet gets a high screen by Scottie Barnes. It was really like a double stagger screen, and then, Freddie VanVleet does what he does, and he's not a good finisher. He's going to get swatted. He did. Here we go. Maxey, 4-3. Good defense there. Way to stop the ball. VanVleet with the ball. Again, one-on-one. Thaddeus Young against James Harden. Great cut. Great cut by Scottie Barnes. That's one thing about people who underestimate James Harden. He is so strong, and he's not afraid to guard anybody with his post defense. He has really good post defense, by the way. And, yeah, James Harden in transition is lethal. Like, it's hard to stop the man. If he lowers his shoulder on you, you're going to go backwards for whatever reason. And James Harden's pretty upset now with his guys because he's like, well, I got this dude. Like, you can't, ball watch and get beat off the dribble because that's what Scottie Barnes does. Like, the scouting report talks about it. Scottie Barnes is an excellent cutter off the ball. And once again, he shows that right here. Scottie Barnes taking free throws. Scottie Barnes doing it all to keep his team in the game. And, I knew this would happen. Like, he would show up on the biggest stage and just play his game, bro. Excellent free throw there. Scottie Barnes picks up full court, man. Here comes a screen by Tyrese Maxey. That's funny because Tyrese Maxey and Scottie Barnes missed those damn free layups at the All-Star weekend, and Tyrese Maxey just attacks the paint. He's nice. Here we go though. Scottie Barnes running the point. Here we go. He's like, get out of the way, bro. Oh my God. Ball's a little bit too loose. Really bad spacing there, but he definitely lost the handle. One, because he lost the handle. Two, because the spacing was bad, so there wasn't much room to operate, and we got two girls at courtside acting very mischievous, very concerned for Thaddeus Young, saying my man's not that young, but he gets up, he's grimacing, and Sixer ball, 41-34 after all that. Tyrese Maxey going up against Gary Trent Jr. gets the switch. Scottie Barnes does a great job of containing the ball. And Tobias Harris rises and shoots over Thaddeus Young. And now they're up 43-34, up by 9. Once again, 8:15 remaining. A little give and go there with Birch and Van Vliet. Another give and go there between Gary Trent and Van Vliet. And Van Vliet got a mismatch now, right? He got Paul Reed. And that's what you want. Great action there. Great call by Nick Nurse to get Van Vliet on the big man to do a little step back, side step, 3-point shot. A little Van Vliet special for you. And now here we go with James Harden doing what he does best and attack the paint and just Euro step everywhere. But you got to get the rebound there. Danny Green cannot out-rebound you inside the paint and get an easy bucket there. You get a little double stagger action there for Van Vliet. Dribble. Great patience there. Alley-oop to Birch. Good job. Van Vliet. Dribble. That was good, though. He was looking to pass the whole time. He got the matchup he wanted, and he got the result everybody was looking for. And here we go. Dribble by James Harden. Side step back 3. That's a James Harden special for you as well. 48-38, up by 10 once again. Harden stepping up his game right now. Here comes Van Vliet on Danny Green. He's going to get a high pick and roll from Scottie Barnes, playing 4-on-5 now. Great pass there. I think you got to be a little bit more decisive there by Gary Trent. Attack the defense a little bit faster, right? Off that triple threat, and you'll get better results. But James Harden is, attacking. And great strip by Van Vliet there. I don't know why he was... Oh, my God. Scottie Barnes, baby. I don't know why Van Vliet was asking for the ball when he wasn't even open. But great attack. Great attack there by Scottie Barnes. You're Rookie of the Year. That's good basketball. That is good basketball. We're going to take a little bit of a break. I'm going to go take a little piss. I'll be right back. Here we go. We are back. We are back, and Scottie Barnes hits one free throw. 48-39, here we go. Scottie Barnes picking up James Harden from the top. Kem Birch on Joel Embiid. And we got Pascal Siakam on Tobias Harris. We got Gary Trent Jr. on Tyrese Maxey. Harden gets no call. That's a great non-call there. What a... Oh no. Oh no. Joel Embiid hit Scottie Barnes right in the face. That better be a flagrant foul, bro. That better be a flagrant foul, man. Oh my God, that is a flagrant. That might be a flagrant too, but they won't call that. Like like that is a flagrant. That is a clear, conclusive, obvious flagrant foul. Dirty play by Embiid. Obviously frustrated because James Harden didn't get a call. And they're arguing that, but one thing has literally nothing to do with the other. And you got, Scottie Barnes getting hit in the face now. Like, well. Come on, man. That is ridiculous. Come on, man. There's nothing to see here. Like, it is very apparent what this is. And that's a foul. That's a foul. Oh my gosh. That's not a foul. If that's not a flagrant foul, I don't know what is. And I'm serious too. Like, I don't know what is. Rob says he's coming out the half. Like, I don't know what is. Man, boy, oh boy. Here we go. Thank goodness they called a flagrant foul there. What are you crying about, Embiid? Literally a flagrant foul, brother. That's not even close. Like that's without question a flagrant foul. That's without question a flagrant foul, bro. I mean, you put your entire palm on his face. And then you had a Sixer fan upset about it. Like, bro, what are you doing, man? Scottie Barnes with the free throw. Hits the first one. Boy, he hit the second one. That's the real question here. Oh, he missed. He's missed 2 free throws already. That's not good, man. Like, you got to hit your free throws, but they're free for a reason. Come on, man. Come on. They're free for a reason. Here we go. 48-40. Scottie Barnes out here still trying to shoot the ball. Van Vliet gets a high hammer screen by Birch. He attacks the rim. Great finish. My goodness. That is a rare commodity there. But that's a great finish over arguably the best. Gobert and Embiid are like 1A, 1B, like rim protectors, and that was how you do it. You suffocate the rim protector. You block him with your body, right? And yeah, they're gonna give Embiid all the calls now. Okay, well we gave you a little flagrant foul to act like we're keeping his. I mean, like, how is that not an offensive foul though? Like, a defender has the right to be somewhere. You can't just bulldoze over people and be like, oh well, I'm just gonna bulldoze over you because I can because I'm bigger than you. Like, and he misses the free throw. I love it. Good for Birch, man. Some poetic justice. Like, come on. Like, that's an obvious offensive foul. that they're not gonna call because they can't afford to have him out of the game. But come on, like that's just embarrassing, bro. Right? Freddie Van Vliet. We got Gary Trent Jr. taking a contested shot. He almost made it, but again, you got to take better shots than that. That was really contested there. James Harden loses the ball, loses the handle against Scottie Barnes. Oh, what a pass. Kick out. See, that's good basketball. Like, it's 1, 2, 3 passes, right? The Raptors have to move the ball better, man. They're down by 10 once again. The others are beating you because they're getting quality shots. Scottie Barnes almost threw that ball away. Now you got Pascal Siakam. See, that is much better. You know, that's a much better shot. Same result, but a much better shot. God diggity, bro. Joel Embiid's a handful, huh? Like, he's just so he's not even unorthodox. He's just like he's never sped up. He plays at his own pace and he's just so skilled, right? He just does whatever the hell he wants to, bro. Like that's just what he does. He gets to any spot that he wants. That's Joel Embiid for you, man. And he made that. He touched every bone of that rim. He touched every bone of that rim. Joel Embiid there. 53-42, 9 points, 205 from the field, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. That is Joel Embiid. 4:36 remaining in the second quarter. They're up by 12 now, 54-42. The Raptors got to cut this to like 7 or 8 points to feel good about themselves because they will get blown out of this game if they're not careful. Like they will get blown out of this game. OG in the high post against Joel Embiid. Embiid not afraid of anything. And now you got, ooh, that's a bad turnover. That right there shows the difference between OG and just Embiid just in the half-court setting. Like, one guy is sped up, the other guy isn't. Like, there was no reason to really not calculate and execute that pass. Like, you had the guy open, right? But he was a little bit sped up, and that's okay. I mean, that's something that you point out in the film room. You know, something that those coaches can point out to him. Like, hey, bro, like, slow down, bro. Like, you don't have to go 100 miles an hour there, brother. Precious Achua with the ball. Here comes a little down screen action here to Pascal Siakam going up against Joel Embiid. He's like, okay, let's go one-on-one, homie. One-on-one, homie. Oh, again, bad pass. You're sped up for no damn reason. Like, you got to make that shot, Precious. But still, like, there's no reason. Oh, my God. Joel Embiid is just torching them now. 56-42. That's tough. That's a tough one there. The game can get out of hand very, very fast. The Raptors have to do a better job of playing better offense. Like, this guy is a beast. You know that, right? But you can control what you do offensively. And right now, the Raptors are being sped up. They need to give the ball to Scottie Barnes and let him run the show. That's simple. He's not even in the game. Precious Achua, high pick and roll, high hammer screen there for Freddie Van Vliet. He goes in circles. He finds a spot. See, that's not being sped up. That is playing your brand of basketball. Good job by Van Vliet with 9 points, 3 fouls in 17 minutes. Okay. Pressure the defense. Tobias Harris, he's good, bro. Like when Tobias is locked in, he's really good. He's under control. He's tall. He can rise over anybody in his jump shot. Pascal Siakam thought about the three-point shot. Here you go. OG against Danny Green. Like, no, bro. Like, you just got to... Wow. Offensive foul. Yeah, I saw that coming. Like, you're pump faking the wrong guy, right? Like Matisse Thybulle is an elite defender. He literally has the length, and yeah, bro, like that's clearly an offensive foul. He sticks out his leg because he understood that he was coming. Like he was coming. So Trent he didn't even like argue. He's like, yeah, like Tobias Harris is just. I mean, sorry, Matisse Thybulle is just a beast. Like he really is. Matisse Thybulle is real nice, by the way. Um, again, it's tough to really score on this team. You're down 59-44. That's not good. You're down 15 points. You gotta at least end the half on a good note, right? Try to cut this lead to 10 to 9 to single digits. Feel good about yourself going into the half. But right now, Scottie Barnes, for whatever reason, isn't in the game. But you got Precious Achiuwa out there. Oh man, it's those questionable things that I'm thinking to myself like, damn, like you can't be serious, like you really can't be that serious, can you? Right? That's a tough one. That's a tough one. But Nick Nurse, man, like you, Scottie Barnes is a mismatch for a lot of these dudes out there. Like he needs to really embrace this role. And, he needs to initiate the offense and just bring Van Vliet and Gary Trent off of these, down screens, off these curl routes. Like, that's what you got to do. Like, right now, Van Vliet trying to break down the defense, it's not really working. Like, yes, he got in a shot a few times, but the offense just seems out of sort. Giving the ball to Siakam off the dribble, giving the ball to OG is not cutting it because they're not Scottie Barnes passers. Like they're very, very inaccurate with their passes, and we've seen it on back-to-back possessions there. Like it's tough, man. Like it's tough, right? The Red Sox won 4-0. That was one of the locks too. Oh my. Oh my. Let's see what the stats are so far with the Toronto Raptors. Siakam with 6 points. Scottie Barnes with 11 points, 5 boards, 3 assists. I mean, Scottie Barnes is the truth. Scottie Barnes is insane. A few foul calls that shouldn't be a foul, like the one they just called. Uh, Let me see the comments, bro. Let's see. Right there. A few foul calls that shouldn't be a foul, like the one they just called on Trent. That's a foul, bro. That's definitely a foul. Like you can't stick your leg out like that. That's definitely a foul. Like it's not that, bro. It's just the fact that these guys and then the Raptors can't rebound for whatever reason, right? And then now you got Thibault hitting 3-point shots. Like that's unacceptable, man. Like you can control what you do offensively. They're just being sped up, man. Like they're just being sped up. And Siakam got bailed out. He knows it. Like that's not good offense though. Like the ball movement isn't there. The ball movement's there for the Sixers, and that's why there's a huge discrepancy in the scoring now. Sure, has Embiid gotten calls? Absolutely. But we knew that coming into the game. Like it's a home cooking game, one game. Those are the variables that you know going into the game. Like that's the hand you were dealt. You're the 5th seed. They have the home court advantage. They're going to get these calls, and on top of that, he's an MVP candidate, so he's going to get these calls no matter what. Your offense needs to be better. Like, they have to swing the ball and get better quality shots. That's simple, bro. 46-62, 218. Finish the damn half strong. Can you finish this half strong? Can you get consecutive stops defensively? Can you get a defensive rebound consecutively, man? Like, why is Precious Achiuwa on Joel Embiid, man? Why didn't the delayed double team come sooner? It makes no sense. Absolutely zero sense. OG Anunoby. I mean, he got fouled there for sure. He definitely got fouled there. Like that was a foul. Like Thibault got him with the hand check there. Here we go. Scottie Barnes is so good defensively, bro. God diggity. Got the damn roll, man. They're playing so well. They're up 21 points right now. Like, I told you guys, if they're not careful, Ochoa for three. He hits that three. Finally. Jeez Louise, huh? Down by 18. My goodness. Can they get a stop? They have not been able to get stops, man. They have not been able to get these stops. I mean, here we go. They got to stop. See? Delayed double team. And one! My God, that was a foul. Come on, call it, man. 67-51. Here we go. 20 seconds left. Scottie Barnes on top of, and James Harden gets switched that he wants. He wants Van Vliet. Oh my gosh. Oh. James Harden literally just threw his entire body, his entire weight out there, and he got that call, bro. Like, no question about it. Oh, ooh, that's a. Wow. Is that a flagrant foul? Something? Is that something? He's shown him that he knocked out his tooth. 17 points, bro. 17 points, brother. That's tough. Oh boy. 69-51. Here we go. One on one. One on one. OG. Terrible shot. Terrible shot. 69-51. That is a hell of a half for the Philadelphia 76ers. They're just, sheesh. I think the delayed double team stopped happening because Joel Embiid, the Sixers were running some really good actions there, but it was contact. MK says it was contact on what? That's tough, bro. Like, again, objectively speaking, the Raptors have been terrible offensively. Like, they literally have they literally have no like who's that alpha dog for them, you know? Like who's that Kawhi Leonard for them? And that's a real question right now. It's one game. Early in the game, they were doing a great job. Rob should come on anytime soon, but they were doing a great job in bringing that delayed double team or just that rough and tough, blitz right away, and they've gone away from it. Why? Foul trouble? Like you have to be aggressive against Joel Embiid. And again, the others are hitting shots, and you got to give them credit. But there were about 3-4 possessions where Embiid went one-on-one, and you're just like, are you serious? And then offensively, the Raptors, they can't find a bucket because they're getting bad shots. Like, it's not hard to really scout that. Like, they're not moving the ball the way the Sixers are. They're settling for a lot of these one-on-one delayed passes. I think Van Lee got one good pass in there. Dribble. Oh, pass. But the ball movement stopped, though. So they just need to get better. Like, that's tough. That's tough, man. That is tough. Man, that was a tough one there. These Matthew Stafford commercials on AT&T, they're really funny. Like they're hilarious to me because he throws shade, but then he's not throwing shade. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, John Morant put D'Angelo Russell on a poster, bro. That guy just glides in the air. Like that guy literally glides in the air, bro. That's been tough, right? And now you got Kawhi Leonard with these commercials. What is it, a Kia commercial? I don't know what commercial that is. What's a Hyundai? It's a Hyundai commercial. Hyundai Tucson, huh? Yeah, that's tough. It's tough. What's up, brother?
This sucks.
Man, I keep telling people like the delayed double teams, they stopped happening. So now we had Embiid going one-on-one against Precious Achua, and it's been tough to watch because I keep telling people this. Like the Raptors can control how they play offensively, and they've played like shit offensively. Like they're settling. There's no ball movement. It's a one and done or a one delayed pass, awful pass to the knees of players. Scottie Barnes wasn't playing there for a good like 3-4 minutes of a stretch. I don't know why. Um, it's it it's been tough, man. But you know they got to make some adjustments at the half. What will it be?
Mm-hmm.
What adjustment would you make?
Trade deadline passed, right?
Yeah, it
Trade
did.
deadline's over.
It
Can't we
is.
can't we can't trade half the roster after one game.
No, no. Precious
Um,
Achua, my God. Like I don't know why you're telling me that he's like this and that. I'm like, bro, he should not be taking these shots.
I mean, he's been making them at a 40% clip, right?
That's fine, but I just like like when you see like a dude that like hitting shots and then you're like he shouldn't be shooting that shot. Like when you just like see him, I'm just like he shouldn't be taking these shots. Period.
Well, I mean, look, he's been aggressive. He's been assertive. I appreciate that. Hopefully, the shots will start to go down at some point. He didn't just forget how to shoot, right? Some guys freeze up in that moment. You know, like when they get into the playoffs, they start to play like really
Well,
cautious and really tentative.
he's 1 of 5 in 13 minutes. He's been really, really not impactful. He's been really bad defensively too.
Okay, that is the bigger part right now is the defense, right? So the defensive rotations are so bad right now. Like I'm not sure that these players are going to come out of the locker room after Nick Nurse like breaks a blackboard because this is not what we do defensively or offensively. But the offense, yeah, the offense right now, what you're seeing is a gap in talent between two teams, right? You're seeing Joel Embiid commanding triple teams and double teams, collapsing the defense, getting to the line, getting whatever he wants, getting a favorable whistle, and you're seeing James Harden, not really play that well at all. But Tyrese Maxey and James Harden have a breakdown advantage every time they can take a step past their defender. And the Raptors really don't have anyone that can do that right now. Siakam could do that in theory, but he's getting a second defender on him all the time. OG's a little bit tentative right now. Fred looks very slow. Gary looks confused about what basketball is. And honestly, the only player who's really shown up for the Raptors.
My boy stuck his leg out and he's like, "Yeah, I did." Like he didn't even complain it. I'm like, "What are you doing, bro?" Oh
He
my
he does
god.
he does that a lot. He does that a lot. So I just think that it's right now. Scottie Barnes could create a lot of problems for the Sixers
Yeah, he
in the
can.
post against Maxey, in the post against Harden, off the dribble against Embiid, off the dribble against Harris, off the dribble against like so many players on this team. Niang, none of these guys can stay in front of him. And the best part is the minute he draws a second defender, that's an open shot for your offense. Problem is he's not really initiating the offense enough. He's deferring a lot to guys who kind of don't know, like they don't look like they know what they're doing. And I think overall this is just a matter of the Sixers know who their best players are, and I don't necessarily think the Raptors have kind of accepted who their best player is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Like I'll
And they
probably
kept
get a lot
saying
of
that.
hate for saying that Scottie's their best player, but yeah, but I mean, like, look, I've said it before and I'll say it again. People talk about James Harden all the time. He hasn't even shown up in this series yet, and they're
No.
up by nearly 20, right? If he starts going, this is going to be a 40-point blowout, right? So what you're seeing right now is just the Embiid effect of just how what a top three player looks like. And honestly, Raptor fans should know about this because we had one of those guys 3 years ago, Kawhi Leonard. And Embiid wasn't quite there at that point, but he's there right now. Like he looks like a guy who's just ready for this moment. He's not willing to get bounced in the first round no matter what James Harden doesn't do. He's not willing to do that, right? So I just see a guy who showed up focused, but look, it's a long series, right? This kind of is what's supposed to happen when a 5-4 matchup happens, right?
Yep.
The 4 seed has the home court. They're supposed to
Yeah.
win the game, right? I think what's been most discouraging for me is just how little there is to take away from this in terms of like, okay, well, it's just effort. It's effort and schemes. They're like Chris. Like I just think that you
Oh
can't
my
get away with
god.
playing this
Boucher
many
is
dumb players
god
at
awful.
once.
Like, what the hell? Like, why is he so reckless defensively, man?
It's just a focus thing. Like he just lacks consistent focus. And I think Gary Trent also gets a little bit lost in times. Siakam, I'm noticing it a little bit right now where there are certain plays where he just didn't box out, right? He
Right.
got away with this in the regular season. There are like, look, I've been notoriously hating on Fred VanVleet, right? Fred VanVleet picked
Yeah.
up 2 fouls in the first 52 seconds of this game, right? And the second one was a really dumbass foul. I say the first one was a chippy, but the second one, you just picked up your first foul. Don't do that, right? So there's just been a lack of focus. And when that's coming from your leaders, your so-called leaders, your veteran leaders, we just I think what I want like this is a long series and I don't want to like jump the gun too
Yeah.
fast, but I just want to say this. Championship experience is super overrated. It's so overrated. You can say all you want that like, oh my god, these guys have a championship. They ran dude, they played basketball and somebody else, made the big shots and made those big pressure plays. They didn't do that. Right now, Scottie Barnes, if I told you right now that Scottie Barnes had won a championship with the Raptors in 2019 and these guys were the rookies, would you really not believe me? Because he's the one who looks like he has that experience and that exposure.
Yeah.
The game has slowed down for him. He's like probing. He found Boucher under the basket. He's like attacking mismatches. He's getting to the line. On defense, he's switching things. He's, trying to bait the refs into making that call on the switch every single time and they won't fall for it. But like, he just looks like a guy who's focused
He
and
looks
who's dialed in. And
composed,
that's just
bro.
not typical for a rookie. It's actually what I really appreciate about. He looks composed. You know who else looked composed last night?
Anthony
Evan
Edwards.
Mobley. Evan Mobley looked super composed. You know who
Him
else
too.
looked composed last? Anthony Edwards looked amazing today.
Dave,
Exactly.
is that I'm
And
saying?
Herb
Like you
Jones.
said, like
Herb Jones
like
looked
you
awesome.
like you might be right about
So what's
the
experience? That's what
yeah,
I'm
like
saying.
experience. It comes down to are you good or not in these moments. It really does. And Scottie Barnes has it.
Comes down to
Ant has it. Evan has it. And like these kids have it, bro.
Exactly.
That's
Dwayne
simple.
Wade was a rookie. In his rookie season. They went to the playoffs. You remember that series? 18
He had
points
it.
per game, right? He had it. Like it didn't matter that he was a rookie. So I just think this whole thing is so overstated. It's like there are just certain guys who are built for the moments, and there are certain guys who like look. I'm not even pretending that I know what it feels like. I
Yeah.
remember a big basketball tournament when I was like growing up, and I froze. I literally froze. And it was like my worst moment came true because it was like this big crowd. I'd never played in front of like 400 people before. It was crazy for
Right.
me. 400 people was nuts back then. And the minute I checked into the game, what happened?
He
I
froze.
froze and I dribbled the ball off my own foot and then ended up chasing the ball on my knees as like people were just laughing. And I was just like, that must be like 0.01% of what this feels like. And it's like you can't even hear yourself think, right? And some guys, they can dial that out. Kobe could dial that out, right? It's like it's one half. But it looks to me, and I always felt that the way Scottie's built mentally, that he was going to be the type of person who could just dial out the noise and he could just play
100%.
basketball, you know? So if anything, like at the end of the day, if the Raptors lose the series, I hope what they discover, what they get out of this is that they have a future superstar in their hands that they need to build around. I think Masai and Bobby are going to look at this series very closely to evaluate their roster and see in those high pressure moments, does your offensive rebounding advantage still hold up? Oh, it didn't hold up. Okay, maybe we need a center. So this doesn't happen to us 2 years in a row. Your gunner, Gary Trent, who shoots 50% of the shots that he gets past, like he shoots about 50% on all passes. Well, maybe this is, a sign that the advantages that he was creating in the regular season may not hold up in the playoffs. Now, look, at the end of the day, right now, we go back to the second half. Gary Trent could catch fire, scored 30 points in the second half. I wouldn't be surprised, right? He's that type of player. I think if you want to live with that type of player, you got to roll
Do
with
you
the good
bet
and
the
the
plus
bad,
15
right?
though? Like,
Because at the end of the day, he averaged 18 points per game.
would you take the Raptors plus 15 right now?
I don't know.
You think they'll
As in, like,
you
to
think they'll get
cover
blown
a
out?
15-point spread?
Yeah.
No, no, I don't. I think this team has a lot of pride, and they have a tendency that even if, yeah, it's a 25-point game or whatever, they're going to do something or another to close the gap a little bit. I don't think they're going to get blown up by more than 15. That's just my opinion. Of course, Fred VanVleet picks up a fourth foul, and it's like as a young team, like Precious Achua, Gary Trent, all these guys have been sold all year that these are your leaders, these are your champions, right? And you have a Pascal Siakam who looks like he's scared to drive, scared to shoot, and you have Fred VanVleet picking up dumbass fouls all the
Yeah.
time, and you have Chris Boucher who can't, and these are your champions. These are the guys with the rings on your team, right? Because OG didn't play that championship year. So this is new for him too, in a way, right? But one thing I'll say about OG, Scottie, again, mental makeup. These guys, they can dial out the noise. And I really think that the Raptors should find those guys a little bit more. I know that they have limitations. They're not superstars. They're not Embiid. They're not Harden in terms of talent. But I think that just by aggressively hunting their shots and not making like stupid mistakes, they're not going to kill their own team. So I
I'm
hope
just
the Raptors will
upset,
go to
but
Scottie
look,
more.
like for me, like defensively, I'm just upset that the Raptors are doing a good job in the first quarter and bringing like that delayed double team, or even like right off the bat, that like that blitz double team, and they really went
Yeah.
away from it. And it's like, okay, well that was working for you. Why would you go away from that? Because now you got Embiid going up against Precious Achua or Boucher or Birch 1-on-1, and you're like, yeah, that's barbecue chicken.
I mean,
Duh.
they are helping a little bit. I mean, they're providing a second defender. They're not swarming Embiid as much, but honestly, like they've been burned on that already. Maxi has hit a few threes. Danny Green, I think, hit a three. Niang hit a three. Like you
The
don't want to get
others.
cooked by Tobias is killing them, right? So I think like the other guys have shown
Yeah.
up for the
The
Sixers in a
others.
way
Yeah,
that
the
maybe
others.
you couldn't have necessarily banked on. Yeah, and
Scotty
they're rallying
Barnes
because
with the
but
shot.
that's the
Scotty
thing, right?
Barnes
And
looks real nice. Scotty Barnes is nice, bro.
it, all right, game's back. I gotta go.
All right, buddy.
Okay,
Appreciate you.
I'm gonna
See you
head out.
after the
I'm gonna
game.
watch the game. I'll see
Yep.
you at the post game. Okay, cool.
Yep.
See ya.
Got you. That was Rob. Uh. Yep. 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 Tyrese Maxey. And here we go with Van Vliet attacking the mismatch here. Good shot. That's tough. That's a wide open shot for Gary Trent Jr. Like, you have to hit that shot. That's a momentum killer right there. Like, you're wide open. Great attack by Van Vliet. Joel Embiid, shut your mouth, man. Like, he's so annoying when it comes to these little things. That's funny. Scotty Barnes is like, we ain't friends, homie. Stop the nonsense. We not friends today. Oh my god. We'll be right back, man. Let's go take a little break. Like they gonna take. They, come on, man. That's ridiculous. I'll be back. So that was good, right? 73-53. Here we go. OG's on James Harden. Here you go. Switch. Well, he got the switch he wanted. Van Vliet on James Harden. Tyrese Maxey attacking the paint. Offensive rebound. And Joel Embiid flops. Come on. The Raptors can't rebound. That's simple, right? Like, the Raptors can't rebound right now. And Joel Embiid's out here just flopping all over the court. And James Harden and Joel Embiid playing the pick and roll. Right now it's pick and pop, and he gets beat off the dribble. Like, James Harden is not even playing that well, but to underestimate how good he is and how well he draws fouls, like, it's hard, and the Raptors don't have that guy. The Sixers have two of them. That's the difference right now. And the Sixers has two of those guys. And, it's just one of those things, man, where you got to play collectively defensively. Once again, they did a good job in the first quarter. But, man, like, you just... Yeah, I mean, that's tough. Pascal Siakam, that's just not a good matchup for him. You know what I'm saying? Like it really isn't. Like, going one-on-one against Joel Embiid is not a good matchup for you, bro. Great offensive rebound there. Oh my gosh, Gary Trent Jr. gets scared by Joel's presence and he misses the bunny. Tobias Harris walks into the lane. Scottie Barnes is like, what the... Like, what is going on here, bro? He does not understand why this team is not functioning the way they should be. Gary Trent, 4-3, finally hits a three-point shot. 77-56 up. The Raptors are down 21 points now. Tobias Harris kicks out to Danny Green, wide open for three. Misses. Pascal in transition. Not in transition, but pushing the ball up the court. Scottie Barnes gets fouled by Danny Green down low. Joel Embiid is mad about it. Okay, bud. Well, it's just one of those things, brother. Like, it's just one of those things, man. It was a clean block, but he got fouled previous to that, right? It's just one of those things, man. Like, they're down by 20. The Raptors, if they can cut this to like 12, to like 11, even 10 going into the fourth, that's how you chomp into his lead. Again, you're on the road. There's some home cooking calls going against you. That's normal. You knew that would happen. Like you knew that was going to happen to you. If you didn't, well, you just weren't being realistic. Cause we all saw that happening. Right? It's just one of those things. Like, they look a little bit more inspired right now. Pressure to chill one-on-one. That's the thing. Like, Scottie kind of came in to the frame, but I don't think that was a good double team. Like, earlier with their delayed double teams, like, they were attacking. Joel Embiid is just a monster inside, man. Here comes Scottie Barnes pushing the ball. He's like, man, I just love how he directs the offense, Like, he's so smart. And he's so tall that he can look over the defense, no problem. And a great defense by Danny Green on the deflection. Or was it Danny Green on the deflection? But, Here you go. Pascal, Siakam, and one. Who they call that on? It's about time, man. It's about time. Literally about time. The Raptors cutting the lead. 7:53 remaining. Here we go. Here we go. Precious Achua against James Harden. Oh, that's not a good matchup. But he proves me wrong, and that was excellent defense there. He swats him. And OG cuts the lead to 14. Okay, the Raptors are in business. 7:25 remaining. Here comes the Raptors. Canada, stand up with me. Canada, stand up with me. Let's go. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. Okay. Here we go, man. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about, man. Have some pride. You know, Rob talked about that. They got pride. And right now, they're showing it. Even if they lose this game, it's about how you lose it because every game, well, a loss is a loss, but it matters in terms of what you can get out of this experience, right? KFC out here with the perfect commercials, man. That chicken sandwich looks phenomenal, by the way. Which I've had it, and I have to be honest with you, it really is good. Like that KFC sandwich is really, really good. So no lies detected there. Uh, that's a fact. So that's funny. So earlier we had Carl Anthony Towns and Jaw's dad jaw at each other. That's funny. That is hilarious, actually. These slow starts are killing us. That comes from MK. Yeah, hey, they slow starts like at the half or like. See, the Sixers are a good first half team. They're a great first quarter team. Like they always win their first quarter. Like for the most part, right? Right now, man. Right now, the Raptors are playing with a sense of urgency, and you gotta love it. Like you really do. So they were down by 18, right? They were down by 18. So they've only cut 4 points into the quarter, right? Yeah, it's 14-10. I was like, man, it seems like more, but they went down by more though. Like they went down like 20 something points. But yeah, man, this is what I expected in terms of just playing with a sense of urgency earlier in the game. Here comes Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry. Let's see. Let's see. Scottie Barnes with 15 points, bro. The lights are never too big for this kid. We know that to be true. Like, we know that to be true. Right? Rockies. OG 4-3. It's a good shot though. Here we go. 79-65. James Harden in transition. He gets batted there. Good stuff. Pascal Siakam playing big right now. I'm surprised that James didn't even complain about the foul because he complains on every possession. Precious Achua versus Joel Embiid. One. Here comes a double. There you go. See, that's what I'm talking about. Be more apparent about it. Here comes Scottie Barnes in transition. Kicks out to a Precious Achua. Oh. Wow, man. Joel Embiid's such a beast. Like, he really is. Pascal is in his bag right now. I love it. See, it's not a good match for anybody to really attack Joel. It's get away from Joel, attack the mismatch because they can't guard you, right? And Joel is doing that to the entire Raptor squad. It don't matter who guards him. Like, he's gonna get a foul no matter what, right? It's one of those things. 67-79. They're down by 12. That's good. Can they keep it up? Is this sustainable? Can they play this hard? Is the real question. That is the real question. Embiid, Jokic, Giannis. Oh, man. It's tough. It's tough. They're all so good. They're all so good. Scottie Barnes. Oh, and one. Foul on Joel Embiid. Quick first step by Precious Achua. He's attacking Embiid like, boy, you can't guard me. Damn, that was a quick move, bro. That was a real quick move there. Precious St. Leo, shut the up, bud. I know what I'm doing. Okay, Precious. I see you, boy. And he hits the free throw. We'll get it down by 11. Here we go. The Raptors are back in this game with 5:50 remaining in the third quarter. VanVleet picks up Tyrese Maxey. They're trying to get James Harden open. Good defense. Good deny defense by Scottie Barnes there. He allows the ball to get into James's hands. Here we go. Precious Achua versus James Harden. Sidestep three-point shot. Ba-bang. 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 James Harden. 84-70. Precious Achua there. He gets stripped by Matisse Thybulle, and lead defender. James Harden. Oh my God, that boy is strong as hell. He just moved Scottie backwards. 86-70. And the Sixers have breathing room once again. Foul. Is that on Embiid? Or is that on Thybulle? I mean, it's hard to stop this man, bro. Like, James Harden is so good, bro. That's how you eliminate a shot blocker. You put your body into them, and you use your strength. 17 points, 10 assists, 4 rebounds on 14 shots. James Harden picking up his play in the second half. He's good, man. Like, he's really good. I don't know why some Raptors are like trying to disrespect his man, but I mean, he's literally. I mean, he's still a top 10 player in the game. No question about it. No question about it. Pascal, wide open. Oh, he missed it. I mean, if you don't think James Harden is elite, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, bro. He just made a half-court pass. Over the head, half-court pass. Oh, my God. That was nasty, bro. And they're back up 18. Like if it never happened. Amazing finish by Tyrese Maxey. And that's what you get. Like, this is what you can't allow if you're the Raptors, man. And for Pascal to miss that shot, that's nuts. Like, you got to make it. There's certain shots it's okay to miss, but when you're that wide open, that is a killer. Because now that long rebound puts you in a tough situation. And now James Harden, with the ability that he has to literally see the whole floor very well, well, you know what's going to happen, right? That's tough. That is tough. 19-19, tied once again. It's tied once again. Can the Raptors find one more run in them? Can they find one more run in them? That's the question right now. Can they drop it to 12 again? Can they drop it to 10? That's what we need. Like, look, nobody wants to watch blowout games. That's very apparent, right? It's one of those things like 88-70. They're back at square one. They're back at square one. That's tough. That is tough, man. 88-70, bro. You gotta be better. What are people saying about this game? Let's see. Let's see what the tweets are showing. You got Vince now. Let's hit the parlay down two. Okay. He hit Minnesota. Yep. Utah. Yep. Golden State -5. Okay. Here you go. Philly -3. Looking like that's gonna happen. How do we look for Explore page? Right here. Latest commentary. On that dime, Harden to Maxey. Sixers tripled the Raptors in fast break points, 18-6. Sixers Nation. Danny Green after doing nothing all game. It ain't easy. That's funny. James Harden might be the best passer in the NBA, but NBA Twitter kids tell me he's washed because of his field goal percentage. He's an amazing passer. I didn't think people sleep on that for sure. James Harden with the dime. So we got the dime package, right? It's just one of those things. Like, we got the dime package for sure. Here we go. Back to the action. Freddie VanVleet 4-3. Ba-bam! 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 He finally shows up. What about that? They're down by 15. Here we go. Freddie VanVleet picking up Tyrese Maxey on top, and we got Scottie Barnes on James Harden. He's gonna get the switch. He's gonna get the switch. Oh, good defense by Precious Achiuwa on Joel Embiid, huh? Pascal 4-3. Ba-bam! Scottie Barnes with a great pass. Yeah, he just knows how to play basketball. Period. That's an offensive foul, by the way. Oh, that's tough. That's a fudging killer. Bro. That can't happen. Like, you gotta grab that rebound. 100% of the time. Now, you gave up a 3. Pascal for another 3. And yeah, like, that's a killer. That is the momentum killer that I'm talking about. Like, you got to grab that defensive rebound there. So Fred gets beat off the dribble, and he's like, "Well, ain't nobody helping me." He's like, "Well, yeah, bro. Like don't get beat. Don't get beat." Precious for 3. Great pass by Scottie Barnes once again. 79-93, down by 14 points. Here we go. Can the Raptors close the gap? Oh, Joel Embiid. Pump fake for 3. Oh, pump fakes again. Great. Precious is playing really good this quarter against them. I gotta give him. Oh my goodness. Are you serious? Yeah. Side out of bounds. That's not even a foul, though. He literally took his hands out of there right on time. Like, what do you. Like, what? I'm so confused on. They literally called that call purely on anticipation. But, you know, Gary Trent Jr. removed his hand out of the cookie jar right before he actually made that swipe through, bro. And they called it on anticipation for sure. Because that wasn't a foul. Pascal Siakam. Here we go. Initiating the offense. Freddie VanVleet 4-3. Bam. Freddie VanVleet. Freddie VanVleet is an undersized shooting guard, bro. That's simple to me. He's a nice secondary playmaker, but he's not, like, he can't be your primary playmaker. No way. God damn. Tyrese Maxey, bro. He's nice. He's really nice. Fred, like, what are you mad about, bro? You fouled him. Like, what are you mad about? You literally put your hand on his back. I mean, that's a foul. I mean, that's a foul. Oh, Freddie VanVleet. Oh, wow. Fred looking for the foul. Precious Achua. He's looking for the call, but he's not going to get it. Like, he's looking for the call, but he's not getting it right now. 98-82. Come on, man. Down 16. No more buckets, bro. Jeez Louise. Tyrese Maxey's just on fire. 100-82. No fouls. That's the thing, though. Like, defensively, there's no Joel Embiid. This is the time to make the run. And Tyrese Maxey's just straight up killing you. Damn. Nothing going their way. It just came on. What's up, James? The Raptors look slower today and off. They always are flat after a layoff, perhaps because they are such a young team. Hard to watch with you guys because your feed is slower than mine. You guys are behind. It's a little bit behind. Oh, he made that. Right? It's just one of those things, man. Tyrese Maxey right now, he's just killing it. Pascal Siakam. 102-82. Anytime Fred allows him to bring the ball up the course because he wants to shoot the ball. Freddie for three. Once again, Freddie for three. I just called it too before it even happened. Like he's gonna shoot the ball every time. Like he ain't gonna think twice about it. It's a two-man game here. Tyrese Maxey for three. God diggity, bro. You just gotta tip your hat off to this, man. 2 for 1. Gary Trent for three. Bam. $17 now. Here we go. You gotta bring the pressure, bro. You gotta bring the pressure. You gotta bring the pressure. Come on, you gotta bring the pressure, bro. Like you gotta bring the pressure, bro. Oh, they called a foul? What a bad call. Like that's not a good call, man. Like in my opinion, like that's a bailout call. But Tyrese Maxey he's just destroying the Raptors. But game ones, role players typically play well. That's just what it is. Like 'Vliet at the buzzer to no avail. Here we go again, man. We can't buy a bucket. Tyrese is just fudge, man. He's just killing them, bro. 36 points, 5 of 7 from beyond the arc, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Whew, that's tough. That's tough, man. A little bathroom break right now. I will be right back. Here we go. Tyrese Maxey. Playoff career high, 36 points. Tobias for 3. Everything's falling in right now. They may get blown the hell out. Hey, everything falling, man. Good shot by OG. He's so passive, though, you know? Like, he has the body, the strength, the skill to be more assertive, and he's just not. That's what it is, though, you know? Oh, like, it's like these 50-50 balls that the Raptors have not gotten all game long. It's... Like... Oh. Scottie Barnes. Good conversions on defense there. Bro, as soon as Boucher comes to the game, it's a foul waiting to happen. It gets embarrassing. Like, what the... Bro got 4 fouls already. Scottie Barnes with another rebound. Here we go. Shake Milton. That's a mismatch. Like, he makes the obvious pass, but shit, you would think, like, these other guys will make the obvious pass. Boucher with the putback dunk, alley-oop, miss, air ball, miss, dunk. Air ball by OG. Good anticipation there by Boucher. Boucher gets caught cheating, and yeah, his guy gets the bucket. The helper's helper. This guy always gets a shot, right? Scottie Barnes. Here we go. Bro, shoot the damn. Scottie, Siakam. Great job in using his shoulder to create separation against him and Joel Embiid. Here we go. He's calling timeout. 94 to 112. Come on, man. Like, it's a good fill-out game. It's a good fill-out game for sure. I think it's a good fill-out game. It's the 76ers. Like, I'm not worried about it because at the end of the day, the Sixers typically do this. Game 1, they're fine. They look good. And then game 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, teams make adjustments. Nick Nurse, the master of adjustments, he'll be just fine. He'll have the team ready to play game 2. It'll be a lot closer. Whether or not they win the game, I don't know. But it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot closer than this. You best believe that. Like, they'll be ready to play. And we just saw that Scottie Barnes is that dude. Like, Scottie Barnes is nice. He's nice with it, man. Like, we all know that to be true. I take Duncan to max any day. That's funny. I was there too, by the way. Like I was literally there. Well, yeah. I mean, I won that, and I've gotten my ass beat this game. I hate betting the Raptors, man, because it's like, what am I thinking? You know, never bet the Raptors, bro. It will disappoint you. In game one, the Athletics won 7-5. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Oh no, Scottie Barnes. Oh shit. Oh my god. Fuck. Oh shit, his whole ankle rolled, bro, and Embiid stepped on it. Ah, I can't see that. I can't. The Raptors' worst nightmare just happened. Fuck. God. That's a high ankle sprain. He's fucked. Oh my god. No. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. What the fudge? Oh my gosh. Oh. That just can't happen, man. That's the one thing the Raptors could not afford is Scottie Barnes getting injured. That that one hurts. That hurts, man. Like, oh my gosh, Scottie Barnes, bro. Oh fudge. Fuck. Well, it's over. That is tough, bro. Van Vliet got a technical foul. Like, technical foul. It's tough. I'm like deflated, like nothing else matters no more. Oh my god, he fucking stepped on him and it rolled. Doesn't even matter no more, honestly. I ain't not gonna call that foul, bro. Like, what the fudge? Niang, 4-3, 116 to 94. Wow. Boucher. Boucher is a weird character, bro. Like, he's. Oh, that's a foul. Bro, all these stoppages of play are just game killers. Like, stop. What are they calling? Gary Trent Jr. Oh, 4-3. Here we go, down 23 points. Siakam attacking the paint. Gets batted by Joel Embiid, and Joel Embiid is literally looking him right in the eyes and saying, yeah, I'm that dude, bro. I'm the MVP of the league, and fans are going crazy. Joel Embiid trolling. I mean, that's a... is that a clean block or is that a goaltend? I'm trying to figure that one out. James Harden cooking right now. 4-3, 122 to 98. This game's out of hand, and if I'm Coach Nurse, I'm sending out these guys, and Siakam still wants to play, but he's playing way too late, right? One of those things, man. They're down by 22 points. What the fudge? Boucher is always at the tail end of these things, bro. OG attacking Tobias Harris here, and he traveled, but I don't think they're going to call that. 6:03 remaining in the fourth. 6 minutes remaining in the fourth. They're down by 22 points. Can we get Joel Embiid? Oh. I think that's funny. Like, just end this game, bro. Like, take out your guys. I'm gonna take a little break, y'all. I'll be right back. Here we go, man. Got a quick little bite. Doing the post game showing out with Rob. 130 to 111. They're not covering the spread. Not covering the first half spread, second half spread. It's tough, right? It's just one of those things where you're just like, well, 20-point game. That's the final score there. 131 to 121. Tough. That's tough. But yeah, man, it's oh man. Man. What is the status on let's try to find out, man, cuz I don't even know. What's the status on this man, bro? 38 points. Tyrese Maxey. 38 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. James Harden, 22 points, 14 assists. It's what the Sixers do, though. Like, it's one game. Now you just got to worry about, if you're the Raptors, where is Scottie Barnes? Can he leave my life? That's funny. It's going. Wow. It's going. Scottie Barnes, the over was 4.5 rebounds. Wow. That's a hell of a bet. You know, let them celebrate. It's part of it. You know, it's game one. I don't know. That's funny. That is funny. But, you know, give them credit, man. I really think this is going to be one of those series where the home team wins each of its first 4 games, and then game 5 decides it. Zachary Wiss, ESPN. Nick Nurse said he wasn't sure about his lineups, yet he meant that shit. That's funny. Alright, that is funny. Right? It's pretty funny if you think about it. Harden's taking Maxie to the strip club tonight. Alright, the memes are coming. Think about the fact that Lana was watching the 19 championship run and celebrating the Kawhi shot like the rest of us, and now he's part of the team. That is pretty wild. That is pretty wild. Set on the pod, Maxi and Tobias Harris are going to need to be huge. Combined for 64, set the tone for the Sixers. Yeah, the others, right? The others beat you today. Yeah, fans are going crazy. As an honest Raptors fan, I have to say we have no shot winning the series. It's over. Nurse doesn't have an answer for Embiid, and Pascal can't show up in big moments. Wow. Already, huh? After one game. After one game. It's so funny that they literally did this last year. Harden and Maxey fans with 0 points in 79 minutes. That is insane. That's a tweet. I don't like that too, bro. Someone said these were the Raptors that were supposed to surprise everybody, huh? And Joel Embiid. That's funny. Oh, that's nice. Don't worry, Raptors fans. You only have to wait a couple days to see your team get their ass kicked again. Robson 5. I barely won. The max scored like 60. I don't know about barely won. Come on now. I don't know about barely won, but come on now. Let's see where the other game is at, bro. We gotta watch the other one, huh? Let's watch a little bit of the other one. Why not? Already started. Look at that. Watch it. Why not? Huh? Well, here we go again, huh? Pensionary basketball. Pensionary. What's up, Rob?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
How's it going?
Well, I'm going through
Yeah, I
these
can hear you. Can you hear
tweets.
me?
Yeah, and I'm going through these tweets, and a lot of Sixers fans are talking shit. Some Raptor fans are discouraged. I get it, but obviously not knowing what the status. Do you know what the status is on Scottie? Whatever the status is, if he plays, they'll be fine. But if he doesn't, then the series is over. In 4,
He's not going to play.
it's over.
He's not going to play this series. Oh, it's over. Yeah, he's not playing this series. I saw that. Like you have to gauge the reaction on his face. Athletes always know, right? That's not like best case scenario. That's a severe ankle sprain
High
with a
ankle sprain.
timeline
Yep. Tore some ligaments.
two
About
months.
2 months.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's like 2 months. You know,
Maybe.
hopefully not.
Maybe.
Hopeful,
That's
hopefully,
that's like best case scenario. 2 months if it's a high ankle sprain.
yeah. So I mean, like we're talking anywhere. Like his recovery time is longer than 2 weeks for something like that. No matter what,
Mm,
no matter what it was, that took him out for yeah. So that's like in 2 weeks. This series is over in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? They're
yeah.
not like. I mean, you just lost Thaddeus Young, right? Maybe he's back next game, tapes it up, whatever. Left hand, it's non-shooting, non-shooting hand. He's in a contract year. This might be one of those things where Thaddeus Young just sucks it up and plays through it.
Right.
But like, if you're missing both those guys, I'm sorry. Like, your defense is already getting shredded, and you just lost 2 of your 3 best defenders or 3 or 4 best defenders. Yeah. So this is tough. My heart really breaks for Scottie. Like knowing that he was 2 assists shy of a triple double, he really showed up. He's probably going to have a 20, 10, and 12 game today. And knowing how this guy's been playing in the fourth quarter, like I'm not saying they would have come back. Definitely
Yeah.
not. They weren't going to come back in this game, but I think he would have mounted something. I think Joel Embiid needs to be looked at. What he did this game, just in general, I'm not saying that he injured him on purpose, but the way that he played this game was ridiculous. He shoved Scottie Barnes in the back. I think like 2 plays prior to this one where Scottie was injured, it was like Scottie was going for trying to box out, and like he just shoved him. and Scottie was still recovering. He was holding his lower back from that shove. He punched him in the face, on that contest. He shoved him after the flagrant on Maxey, which is, by the way, he didn't get called for that. Which, I mean, you don't get to just shove other players because they're standing over your players. You don't get to do that. That's usually a technical foul. So, and there was actually a play where, if you slow it down, he went after Barnes on the offensive end, and when he couldn't get him, he actually pointed at Scottie to sort of like cut it out, because maybe he just got irritated by Scottie going at him defensively. So, it's clear that he really had something against Scottie Barnes in this game, and he was just going at him. Unfortunately, this is a freak accident, and there was a Raptor post today where someone said, "Oh my God, we're so healthy," and I swear to God, that post in that Facebook group, and I was just like right underneath it, I said, "Don't do this. Like, don't jinx it like this," because I think like those types of things are just inviting like this type of shit. But
It's
man, what are
tough,
your thoughts?
man. Well, like I said, I think in the beginning of the third quarter, I was praising you, saying that this team has pride. They came out playing hard. They came out playing with a sense of urgency, which is what I didn't see in that second quarter. And they cut the lead, I think, to 11, if I'm not mistaken, or 12, and
Hmm.
then they just gave up transition shots after that, and same old. Just a lack of focusness. The moment was too big for a lot of these guys, except for Scottie Barnes. Like you said, he was 2 assists shy, or 2 rebounds shy. I was shocked that his over under for rebounds was 4. Like, that was a steal of a prop bet, and I didn't take it, which is
Seriously.
insane. Yeah, that's nuts. But prayers to Scottie Barnes. As I'm showing right now on Twitter, this guy made like this Giannis, Scottie, like he sees a lot of Giannis in him. So prayers to him. I was devastated, man. Like when that happened, I didn't even want to talk no more. I was like in silence. It really deflated me, because I understand how good he is, and again, it's not, I hate to say it, but he's their best player, and
In a lot of ways, he is. And you know what?
yeah,
The whole
like he
point of
just
making
plays the
it
right way.
right. And you know what? The other part about this is you gave up a first round pick to San Antonio to get Thaddeus Young here. And the whole upside of doing that was so that Scottie Barnes had playoff experience, right? So
Hmm.
so that was the big upside of this. Because I'm sorry, there aren't any other blue chip prospects on this team. There's no other lottery talent like OG Anunoby. You're not giving up a first round pick just to get him some more playoff experience. So realistically, like I mean, I'm not saying this team's out of it. Obviously, they've managed to win games without OG Anunoby. They've managed to win games without Pascal Siakam. I just think Barnes is a connective glue that holds a lot of elements of this team offensively and defensively together. He's a really important, piece in a series where you're already sort of outmatched talent wise to lose. Like we can both say he's I don't know if it's fair to say he's their best player necessarily, but he is
He's the
definitely the
most
most
important player.
he's the most talented player. I'll leave it at that. He's definitely the most talented player, and
Yeah,
talent wins out in the playoffs.
Siakam is their best player, but yeah, like he's their most talented. He's the most important. He's the glue
Exactly.
guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
really worked them together, and I think like someone was I was reading some comments on Twitter and shit, and someone said, "Hey, I thought they said Fred VanVleet was an all defense guy," and I think what you're seeing is a guy who just like is like thinking basketball. I told you they did a podcast on top 10 point guards, and one of the big reasons why they had Fred VanVleet lower is because of situations like this. Two things. Number one, no downhill gravity,
at
right?
all.
He's not putting any pressure on the Sixers to guard in the paint because he can't get by his man, and if he could get past his man, he can't make a shot in the paint. Second, he's a bit of an overrated defender. Like he's a really good team defender, but East West, he's not able to stay in front of Tyrese Maxey. He wasn't able to stay in front of James Harden. And James Harden's old, right? He's 32. Apparently, I've been hearing people, Raptor fans, clowning all week, like, "Oh, he's washed. He's this. He's that." He's still James Harden, man.
So disrespectful, bro. I was reading those comments, and I was like, what the hell are these people talking about? They're just gonna like unload this beast of a player, and his passing is so underrated. It's so
He's
crazy to me. Like
incredible.
he's
Yeah.
so elite at that, and Like he's always been that guy, and all of a sudden, like you think he's gonna forget how to play basketball? Like there was a report that surfaced that said the reason why he kind of slowed down and wasn't being as assertive as he was post trade was because he wanted Joel Embiid to win the MVP to like get like all the stats, and now the report said that he was gonna like play for real. And even though he played like in the first half he played like shit, second half he played really well, and that's the James
Mm.
Harden that we all know. Like 14
Yeah,
dimes. I mean, geez.
yeah, no, he was great. He was a facilitator. I mean, like nobody really complains that Kyle Lowry, like basically right now what James Harden is really becoming, like in terms of their offense, is kind of like a really souped up version of Kyle Lowry. Like, Lowry also gets blocked a lot at the paint. Lowry also can't get past his man, but that like awareness, I understand the defense is not quite there, and he's not the James. Look, they're gonna need a much better effort from James Harden if they're going to get past better teams,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like
sure.
this is gonna work against the Raptors, but it's not gonna work against you go up 2 rounds, they're gonna need James Harden to be a threat to score 30. But I think what you're seeing right now is Tyrese Maxey. That was
Well,
dominant.
if Tyrese scores 25 points a game, then they won't need him to do that. And Tyrese is capable. But yet again, it's one game. I don't want people to, you know, like the Sixers do this every year. Like they're great in game ones, and then teams adjust to them. And the master of adjustments is Nick Nurse. I expect him to be a lot better and prep to go for game two. The game's going to be a
Mm.
lot closer with or without Scottie Barnes. Whether or not they win, that's a whole separate conversation. But
Well, there's no with. This is not. There's no
yeah,
with or without Scotty. This is
yeah,
without Scotty, right? Like if he comes back next game, then you have to check if he's human, because I watched that play probably 15 times
he
just
might
to
be
see like.
Wolverine though, bro. Like he very well could be like a Wolverine type of a human being and just heals like fast.
That would be great, but yeah, I watched it. I watched it slow. I watched it slow down over and over, and I was just trying to see like how it happened. Like did he roll it and then Embiid stepped on it? Did it kind of go
Both.
diagonal?
He rolled it
And
and he got stepped on.
yeah, and it's just like you think about it, and you're like, okay, so in that state where his ankle was, it was very vulnerable, right? And at that point, the last player on the planet you would want standing on that for even 1 second would be Embiid, right? Just because of and also like when we think about it, like the force at which he stepped on it with, he was coming off a move. So he didn't just come down on it, just stand on it like from a standstill. He was moving into it. So that's like in terms of like physics, that's like 400 or 500 pounds of pressure coming down on your foot for even a second. That's the type of thing that can break your foot very easily. So, I hope this is not something chronic. Foot injuries are really, really difficult. Obviously, the other part of foot injuries, I hope that it's nothing too serious for him. But this is a really important off season for him, right? So it's not just about like the playoffs or any bubble of championship
Yeah.
hopes or aspirations the Raptors had. This is really about he's heading into one of the most important off seasons of his life. On the upside, I'll tell you the upside of this. He's actually going to get to rest. He needed it. He needed to rest. He's been nonstop working for 12, 13 months now. He hasn't taken rest, and this is going to force him to just stop and hopefully think, reflect. Um, and I think those periods are important. They reinforce stuff. A lot of really great players have had unfortunate injuries early in their career. Michael Jordan had a really unfortunate injury, and I'm pretty sure if you talk to Michael Jordan, he would tell you it just made him hungrier and made him better. So, you know, um, yeah, I'm really sad. Like it's really sad.
Dang.
Like I immediately messaged his mom after, and I was just like, I'm so sorry. Like prayers to you guys right now. But like
Yeah. Like
this
right there,
feels.
like I'm showing Embiid literally like step on top of his rolled ankle, and that was a good like 4 seconds of real time of him like literally stepping on it, and it's super unfortunate, man. Um, My goodness.
Yeah,
That's tough.
yeah.
That's tough.
But like again, like the Raptors next man up mentality, right? Obviously, like for me, it's is extra devastating. It's my favorite player, right? That's different. There are a lot of people out there where Siakam or Van Vliet are their favorite player, and to them, this is just like OG getting injured or whatever. It's not like the end of the world, but yeah, like when it happened, like I was literally like I went to the ground and I was just like I actually like lay on the ground for 10 seconds and I was just like I screamed fuck so loud
Dude,
because
I
it was
said
just
fuck
like
about 5 times on when it happened on here on the live. I was like, I don't give a fudge. I was just like,
yeah, no,
it's tough, man.
it's just the
Uh,
timing of it, right? Like it's just like the timing of it. First freaking game, he's
Nothing
talking
worse
like
could
a
happen to
game.
Rat. That was the worst possible thing, and it happened.
Honestly, I don't even want to say that because I mean, like honestly, like I, s- I hear someone say that's the worst thing that could happen, and it's like honestly, here's a crazy thing. I like there are a lot of players out there where I like really admire their game, right? But I don't have any personal investment in them. I don't really care about them as people that much, right? With
Yeah,
Scottie Barnes, it like transcends that to the point where I actually really do care about this person. Like I care about him as a human being. And that shit is like really hard because there are so many times where we've seen in NBA history where something horrible has happened to a player, whether it's a career-ending injury, touch wood, a death. We've seen players die like well into their primes, and so like whenever I hear like the worst thing can possibly happen, it's just like I'm always like reminded there have been players who have died on the court before.
yeah.
You know what I mean? There are players like uh, great game about Sean Livingston, right? If you were a Clipper fan, having some hopes
Mm-hmm.
for him as a young player, you saw that injury. Gordon Hayward, another one. These things happen, right? Unfortunately, they cannot necessarily be predicted. Um, Shit, man, look at Kawhi Leonard. Like, think about that Zaza Pachulia ankle stepping under him. That was deliberate. Like, honestly, there's some people in San Antonio still walking around right now, like wanting to kill Zaza Pachulia for that shit. That dirty ass play. I think about Bruce Bowen undercutting Vince Carter on a couple of those jump shots
Yep.
early in his career, and it's like, dude, like these are career derailing situations where you talk about how many championships does San Antonio get, maybe
Breaking
with
news. Breaking news. Thank the Lord.
what?
X-rays negative on Scottie Barnes' left ankle. MRI tomorrow. Sources tell Woj. Wow.
Sources
That's good.
negative. What?
Yeah,
What does
so
that
they're
mean?
negative. So that means that it's not broken, but
Okay, well,
that could also mean that it's a high ankle sprain that's pretty much broken because I had a high ankle sprain in 19 and I was out for like 4 months without really walking. Obviously you compare it to NBA player, they got the best trainers. You say 2 months, for them. Well, Lonzo Ball took about 4 months to walk on his, and De'Aaron Fox took a month. It just truly depends on the individual. But if it's a high ankle sprain, he's pretty much effed. Like he's not coming back into the series because that's very severe. But it's good news right off the bat that it's a negative. But the MRI will be able to tell everything, like what is torn, what isn't. I've been there, so I can pretty much
yeah,
tell you about ankle injuries, but it
yeah. I
didn't
mean,
look
like
good. Like it looked awful.
it looked. Yeah, I think it looked terrible. It's good news that the X-rays are negative. I just think like when something like that happens, it's like where sometimes injuries are freak injuries. So like someone steps on your foot, right?
Yeah.
But because you're going a certain way, you might actually have an ACL sprain, right? You know what I mean?
So Nick Nurse in the press conference right now, he's the one that said that the extras are negative, and for the coach to have the information right off the bat, that's good news. Uh,
Yeah, let's hope that he has not misunderstood or what that means, right? Like, I mean,
right.
again, like is it so negative must yeah, I don't want to sit here and pretend I'm a doctor because I'm not, and I don't have like a ton of experience with sports injuries. I just I quickly Googled return time for a mild ankle sprain, and even on a mild ankle sprain, it's 2 to 4 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's like people hear sprain, they think it's less severe than a broken,
It's
but
not.
it's like it
It's actually
depends.
worse because it's gonna nag you forever because the tendon never heals, and when it breaks, that's what the doctor told me. Like you should have broke your ankle because then you can have surgery and it'll heal properly. When you have like a high ankle sprain, it's the worst thing because you're always gonna be nagging and like that little joint is gonna be like tearing all the time, bro. It's tough, bro, because when it's cold, it effing hurts.
Yeah, yeah, damn, that sucks because Toronto's pretty cold. Shit.
Yeah, it's tough. Anyone that's had like a torn ACL or anything like that, like winter is the worst time, man, because it truly hurts your joints and it's not
And
the
people
best. But right
and
now we,
people and people were expecting Scott. People were expecting Kawhi Leonard to resign. Still,
yeah,
that's funny.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. Denver's up 27-26, end of the first quarter. Hell of a basketball game. Steph Curry is back. It should be a fun one there. But yeah, man, go ahead.
yeah. Yeah. What are your serious predictions for this one? No, Raptors,
Like,
Sixers.
before this game, I really thought it would go to 7. I saw a bunch of six Raptor fans in our groups like, oh my god, we're gonna beat them in 6 and blah blah blah. Like James Harden's washed, and I'm like, these people only watch the Raptors play.
Clearly,
But I was very adamant about the Sixers potentially in 7. But now, not knowing the status on Scottie Barnes, they're gonna win in 5 or 6 max.
yeah. If it's Scottie and Thaddeus, I give the Raptors a couple of games in this. Maybe, Fred, Gary Trent. These are like high variance guys. Precious, Boucher. It's like when they show up, it's 20 points in the bank. They don't show
Yeah.
up. It's what you saw tonight, right? Just guys who can't. They're gonna have to solve this Tyrese Maxey problem. I think the solution, honestly, is Gary Trent. He's probably the only guy who can really stay in front of him. It's just like at this point, what do you do with Fred? Who are you hiding him on? You can't hide him on James Harden. You can't put him on Maxey, right? So you have to hide him in the corner on what, Tobias Harris. You can't put him on Harris because Harris is just going to body him. You can't put him on Embiid. So you have to put him on the fifth guy. You have to literally hide this guy the way the Dallas Mavericks are hiding Luka Doncic right now. Possibly it's because of the knee, but it's also because of the height, man. It's just like it's unfortunate. The reality of the NBA is the more
But the
guys you have,
difference
like,
is like Luka Doncic, you're able to hide him and be successful because he's 6'8", and like he can guard other people. Fred VanVleet is my height, so it's tough to hide him.
no, it really is, and I think like this is hopefully a sobering reality check for Raptors and Raptor fans. Like I just posted this thing today about like how I was like feeling a little bit better about Fred as a person, and I do like I do feel a lot better about him as a person, but as a fit, as a guy that you might be banking on to be one of your primary offensive initiators going forward, you have to
He's a
understand the
shooting
league
guard.
trends. He is a shooting guard, and he's an extremely, extremely undersized one at that. And one of the things that I think you'd see this trend across every single sport, that guys when they hit 28 to 32, they do slow down a little bit. It's like one step, and then you see 2-3 steps in that 33 range. Vince Carter wasn't as fast at 28 as he was at 21. It's just no one is. Even John Wall, like generational athletes. Fred was not a generational athlete to begin with. So as he approaches 28, 29, you're going to see any speed advantage that he would have had disappear, and he's going to have to become basically a 40-foot bomber, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm just seeing guys who are so much more talented than him take massive dips in production, like Damian Lillard, right? Guys who are just better than him, way better than him, more talented than him. And I'm just thinking, like, if you're a Raptors front office, you're looking at this guy as one of your core 2-3 pieces going forward. I just say, like, man, like don't bank on every guy who's 6 feet to be Kyle Lowry, because they're
Yeah.
not. Kyle Lowry has some
Someone
very unique.
someone on Twitter said, "How do I give my ankle to Scottie Barnes?"
Dude, I would swap. I would swap easy. I would give him my ankle tomorrow if he could play.
Well, first we have to check if your ankle is even flexible.
My ankle is very flexible. I'm a
Okay.
baller, yo. I'm a basketball player.
Okay.
I have flexible
Okay.
ankles. I don't think my ankle would fit him though, because I have like size 13 feet, and I'm pretty sure he has bigger feet than
Oh,
me. But
holy! You're a size 13?
yeah,
God diggity! Yeah, big foot.
yep. Or size 12.
Okay.
Sorry, 12, 12,
Okay.
12,
Okay.
size 12 feet. But yeah. Anyway, so I
Yeah,
mean,
man. I
I
think
think this series is going to be done in 6. I think it's done in 6. I don't see it getting pushed to 7. It just, again, it depends on Thaddeus Young. If Thaddeus Young can come back, you know what? I still give the Raptors a puncher's chance, just because again, there's just so many guys in this team that could go off for 30, and if 2 of them went off for 30 on the same night, I think you have a shot.
honestly, Rob, like I just don't like what I saw from Van Vliet. Like I called it out twice in the second half in the third quarter where he hit three threes, and every single possession he would let Siakam bring the ball up the court, initiate the offense, but it was because he was going to shoot the ball no matter what. And it was like a down screen double staggered action where that's what he's looking for, and I'm like, that's the mentality of a shooting guard. Like, and it's okay, but for Raptor fans to sit there and say, well, he's my point guard, long term and even short term, there's an issue with that because he's not looking to pass. Like and then when Scottie does it, it's so different because it's pass first. Then if there's a mismatch, he'll attack it. And with Fred, it's not like that. And being undersized obviously doesn't help. But it's not even undersized. It's just a shift of mentality. Like, can he really get everybody involved and truly like look for them first? And I say no because his tendencies are to actually score first, which
Yeah, I think like
it is what
a
it
lot of
is.
people. No, I agree, and I think a lot of people might look at someone like Steph Curry, Trey Young, Dame Lillard, might look at really highly explosive point guards and say, "Well, Fred takes fewer shots than those guys, right?" But Fred also creates fewer opportunities than those guys. Like it's not
Yeah,
even close, and he's also a much worse passer than those guys. Like I mean, for all of Steph Curry's offensive brilliance as a scorer, he is this very, very good passer. And Trey Young is a
very.
next level, and Trey Young is like next level passer. And even someone like Russell Westbrook, like for all of his selfish ball dominance, you actually break it down, he's an incredible passer. Like his passes are on target. He may not always he turns the ball over a lot, but when he hits, he hits. Like he sees things. He may not always do the right thing, but he sees everything. So I think like someone like Fred VanVleet, whose vision has always been a little bit limited, now the athleticism is a little bit limited, especially on a gimpy knee. I've always argued that he is a shooting guard, and you know what? Next to a point guard like Scottie Barnes, that can work.
It can.
FYI, right? Unless the entire league decides that Tyrese Maxey is the new MO for point guards, in which case it can't work. And I think if you look around the league and you really start to pay attention to the trend of point guards, you start to really make a list. Make a list of every starting point guard in the league, and then ask yourself which one of those players do you believe that Fred VanVleet at age 30 will be able to guard? Really, like really think about it. Based on wingspan, based on strength, based on quickness, who do you think he can stay in front of? Can he stay in front of
Not
De'Aaron Fox?
Darius Garland.
Can't stay in front of Garland. Can't stay in front of Fox. Can't keep Drew Holiday off the block. Couldn't probably at this point stay in front of Marcus Smart. There is not a point guard. He definitely cannot stay with Kyrie Irving. Can't stay with Trey Young. I mean, honestly, you really go down it. You're like, okay, so who can he guard? He can guard Jalen Suggs. That's who he can guard right now. He can guard Jalen Suggs, maybe Cole Anthony. He can guard guys on lottery teams. He can guard Killian Hayes, Corey Joseph, maybe
Can he guard
get
Kate
on.
Cunningham?
No, he can't guard Cade. Cade is way too big. Cade's release is like Cade's got a 7-foot wingspan. Like I mean, you know what I mean? Like okay, you can put it the other way and say Cade probably can't necessarily guard a lot of players on the other end too. But it's just like I'm just seeing like a tendency towards bigger point guards. Shea, Giddy. We're seeing LaMelo. Like I'm just seeing 6'6", 6'5", 6'4",
Talking about
6'9"
Shea,
point
bro.
guard.
Talking about Shea, did you see they put Kate Cunningham at 6 and the under 25-25, and then they put Shea like at 10 and Anthony Edwards at 11? I was so upset about that. I was
I think it's
like,
the stupidest thing I've ever seen is that list. And what's stupid is Pick a Side did this list, and Joel Morant actually put he doubled down on the stupidity, and he put Cade at six number again. And it's just like, dude, like what the hell are you talking about? First of all, Cade over Scottie and Cade over Evan Mobley is insane to me. But Cade over like Anthony Edwards? Are you insane? Like, are you watching
that's
the
what I
playoffs?
said.
Cade over LaMelo is insane to me right now. Like, what has he done? What has he done for you? I mean, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not a huge LaMelo Ball guy. Like, I don't think he's like the greatest player on earth or whatever. But he has done way more as a rookie than Cade did. Anthony Edwards did way more as a rookie than Cade did. Everyone did more than Cade. Like, shit. There's like so many guys, and it's like Cade over Bam Adebayo. Really? I think that's a lot closer than like people want it to seem. I think Bam was like 12 or 13 on some of these lists. So yeah, I get that. Again, like to me, it's just matchup generation and mismatch advantage generation. And I see the upside of Cade as a point guard. I just don't think that upside is better than Anthony Edwards or Scotty Barnes.
Nick Nurse said hey, he's not happy with the whistle on Embiid. If we're legal defensively, we've got to have a call or we don't have a chance. Nobody can guard that guy if they're going to let him run over you. Points out breathing him to spots and wild elbows. Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
it's tough.
absolutely. He was hitting our guys. Like, I mean, he made contact with how many people did he knock out today?
Yeah,
Seriously. How many people? When he hit Kem Birch, was no call. Kem Birch went out of the game. He hit Scottie Barnes in the face. He tried to pull some shit on Pascal Siakam. He stepped on Scottie Barnes' foot. He shoved Scottie Barnes in the back. Like how many? He shoved Scottie Barnes on the flagrant. Like that's eight. That's eight. He pushed Chris Boucher once, and he pushed Pascal Siakam. I can think of 10 plays in today's game where I could consider that slightly dangerous given his size. I understand the big guys, sometimes like Shaq would probably talk to this as well. Like they don't get officiated the same way, and sometimes, but honestly, being that big and that strong, you should not be like, you shouldn't. You have to be aware of it. Like you cannot push people the same way that Tyrese Maxey can push people. Because if Joel Embiid pushes you in the back when you go up for a layup, you might not live. That's just the truth. He's just a really big dude. He's really strong. Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think the league should
what
look and
what what'd you think about Gary Trent Jr.'s game?
I think I really still hate that signing, dude. I get that he's built up his value, but he's about to tank it in this playoff series. As I told you, like it wouldn't have surprised me if he'd come out in the second half and scored 30 points. That wouldn't have surprised me at all. It also didn't surprise me that he was trash and that he couldn't buy a basket. And he hit I think he finally hit that three in the corner. Um,
Yeah, but
on,
he missed like a layup right before that. It was crazy.
Yeah, he like that was point blank. That was 2 feet from the basket. He missed it, right? Like
Hmm.
incredible. And I think like those, like LeBron had this quote once. He said 2 points isn't 2 points, and like the reporter's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, he kind of winked at them. He's like, "If you're real, you get it." It's true. It's like a missed layup is not just a missed layup. It's like you're mounting a comeback. You're really trying to
Hmm.
stay in the game. You miss that layup. That's not like you don't just lose 2 points. That's like losing 10 points right there in terms of momentum shifts like that breaks your back, right?
Yep.
Like a really stupid shot on the fast break, and I just feel like again, like we analytics won't capture it, but there's a few
Yep.
too many times when a guy like Chris Boucher or Gary Trent Jr. or Precious Achua make such a dumbass play, and I'm going to throw
Yep.
Kem Birch into this as well, where they just like either they just completely kill the momentum of this and they swing it for the other team somehow. It's just like stupid players do that all
Agreed.
the time. They allow a blow by for a dunk. They foul a guy who's and it's a really soft foul, and then let him get an and one and get the crowd all amped up because and ones are hypey. It's just like these small stupid things. But yeah, this game was really frustrating. It's just like in terms of like bottom 10 outcomes that could have imagined this morning. I was so excited for this series too. I was just like, I really did have hopes. 7 games. I thought we could win this, but this is not it. Yeah.
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 Well, I will see you on Monday. It
Yeah.
was a tough night again. Scottie Barnes getting injured. The initial reports are good. It's clean, but we'll see how
Prayers.
long he's out. Let's hope for the best. Prayers out for Scottie Barnes and his family. Fred needs to be better next game.
Yeah.
Siakam got to be more aggressive earlier, not at the end when the game's already over. Like, I never understand that.
We
OG
just
got to be assertive. Like OG
we
was being,
yeah.
yeah, like OG was being a you know what to me, like a complete sissy. Like he's very good, but he's just passive, and I hate that about him. Gary
Mm.
Trent, Gary Trent's Gary Trent. He's either gonna kill you or put you in the game. So it's really always a 50-50 with him. Ken Burge, don't really care. I thought Precious had great moments defensively in the third quarter against Embiid. I was very proud of him, especially because I was talking shit about him at the half. But yeah, like he needs to be, doing that earlier. I think Banton needs to enter game 2 and make an impact. Like he's a guy that I can see that as a low key, low X factor that can give you energy off the bench on both ends of the floor, playing transition, push the ball, play some good defense. That's a guy that I would look for, making a difference.
I don't see it. I would rather see Armani Brooks, to be honest. I know that Armani's like a year older or whatever, but he's a shooter. He can space him out a little bit. And yeah, like I'm really hoping Thaddeus Young is okay for next game. I think that's a really big thing for the Raptors going forward. Is just hopefully he can play. He's not much of a shooter anyway. That left hand is not going to be the hugest thing in the world for him. It's just his defense, his connectivity, and seriously, for a lot of times when Scottie Barnes has been on the bench this year, you've seen Thaddeus Young step in and do almost all the same stuff: move without the ball, cut, make passes. He does so much of what Scottie does in terms of the cohesion and the glue of the offense. So if they're both out, you're fucked. Like it's over.
Yeah.
But if one of them can come back, you have a puncher's chance. If someone gets hot, if maybe, and you know what? The Sixers came out of this game relatively healthy. They have a couple of guys who are very prone to injuries. Who knows, right? Might be talking about a very different thing in game 2. So good luck to the Raptors and peace out.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you on Monday. Peace.